Namaste and welcome to today's episode. Current pandemic situation, which I think, has rightly changed the world. The definition of how we move, how we interact, where we go, whom do we come in contact with. Everything has changed. A lot of people have started maintaining distancing, okay, which is right, which is needed for the hour. But what has also happened is that during this time, a lot of people are staying, or most of us are staying indoor. And when you stay indoor, there are a lot of creativity, a lot of juices that flows, a lot of activities that happens, which we are trying to maybe learn, maybe want to revive. One of the things that we do is cooking. So we are seeing the social media is flooded with a lot of dishes, a lot of food, a lot of new creative ideas coming out, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. But it also gives rise to a question: what if we do something incorrect here? Will it cause problem in the long run, or will it not cause a problem? We all know our health is determined by the nutrition that we get, the nutrition that we eat, the nutrition that we digest, the nutrition that we assimilate, absorb, and what we eliminate from our body. During this COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2 virus, we have seen a lot of unfortunate death. While there is no age for people getting infected, but what we have seen, people who are elderly are the one who have got the highest mortality rate. Also, around 82-83% of the death are for those people who had certain medical condition, one or two or more medical condition, which was one of the reasons for loss of life. One of the key reasons or factor for the loss of life is people who have cardiovascular disease or a heart disease. It can be a blockage, it can be high cholesterol, it can be high blood pressure, but something related to your heart. And people who had this are one of those who have the highest fertility, not in a particular country, but across the globe. And that's a fact which is a written fact in all CDC journals, all medical journals, all government documents, which everybody can go and check. Now, what happens in cardiovascular disease is it is caused by multiple interactions. Okay, multiple interaction between your genetics means you had certain genetic predisposition towards heart disease. Somebody in your family, father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, somebody in the immediate family had this, so you got it through as a genes in you. So that means you are more prone towards certain things. Second interaction happens between your environmental, okay, the way you have been socializing, the way you have been eating, the way you have been moving, the type of toxins you are getting. Third is your sedentary lifestyle. Okay, we know that most of us, because of current nature of job or the way we wanted to live, there's a lifestyle which is inclining more towards convenience rather, where we are not doing what our mothers or our grandmothers or our parents used to do. And the fourth is our faulty dietary habits, the way we eat, what we eat, when we eat, how much we eat, how we cook, what we cook. So in a nutshell, cardiovascular disease, which is one of the leading cause of death worldwide, and which is one of the leading cause of death for people who have been infected with coronavirus, cardiovascular disease, which is caused by crap food, toxins, and stress. So if we are able to eliminate crap food, which most of us would have because we are staying indoors, we are not eating out. If we are removing the environmental toxins because the air is becoming better, the water is becoming better, and the stress because we are not going out, there is no oxidative stress. So we will see a lot of improvement in people who had these conditions. But what happens when the lockdown gets over? Or what are you doing inside your lockdown period in your home, which can help you to move towards, move away from cardiovascular disease, or it can also move you towards cardiovascular, besides not going out, besides having an active work from home, working out. What is there that is causing this problem? See, you have to understand the quality of dietary oil or fat in your diet, the cooking medium, whether it is mustard oil, sesame oil, coconut oil, ghee, butter, whatever it is one of the leading reasons behind people developing cardiovascular disease. It can be any oil. Okay, All oils are good, all oils are bad, depending upon how you are consuming and how your body is responding to it. Now, oil is used as a major cooking form. Okay, there are people who go on a raw diet, who eat boiled, but we're talking about majority of cooking, which happens. It has some oil as a base for cooking the herbs, spices, for rendering, for removing uh, the supplement form from the spices and the herb, the essential oils, and then cooking the food. So that means if you are able to fix your oil issue, you will be able to fix a lot of issue related to cardiovascular disease during this lockdown. So what do you want to do? A lot of people will say, oh, our parents never had cold press virgin coconut oil. They did not have cold press sesame oil. They were eating groundnut oil. They never had this problem. Why all this is coming up right now? See, obviously, you would want to go closer to the nature and what you want to use as a cooking medium. But not everybody can afford. Not every time you can afford. Not every resource will have this. What can you do? So what happens is in a typical household, what our mothers, our wives, our family members they do is they try to when they cook some cuisine or dish, they try to reuse the oil which has been cooked. Let's say you're making out breads or you're making out bhature or puri or any such thing which is using a lot of oil or deep frying a lot of product. What we do is we try to reuse this oil. That's how we have been brought up. We have been uh, that's what culturally we have been taught to save, not to waste, use economically. But what happens is when you reheat oil, see, repeated heating can lead to lipid oxidation. Now, lipid means fat, oxidation means when it gets heated, it comes in contact with oxygen, it gets oxidized. Same thing happens to anything and everything when it comes in contact with oxidation, it rusts. Even iron rust when it comes in contact with when it gets oxidized. Now, what is the biggest cause of health issue? Is an oxidative stress, which is caused by our normal metabolism and which is caused by the food. Now, what happens is we all know everything in a cell happens at a cellular level. Okay, so whatever we eat, till the time it does not go inside a cell, it will not make an impact. If it is inside the blood report will show normal, but it is not going inside the cell, we are not getting any benefit of it. Now, how a cell is made? Cell is like a enclosed body. Okay, so the outer layer is as a phospholipid. Phospholipid means the outside of the skin is fat supportive, and the inside of the skin, under which all the nucleus, mitochondria, everything stays, is water soluble. That is the reason the fat soluble vitamins which are there, they can then go inside the body. Otherwise, they will never go inside. Or all the ingredients, all the mitochondria, nucleus, everything that is inside will otherwise come out. Okay, and you will not have life. So that is the way a cell membrane is made up of. Now, what happens is the cell membrane has to be flexible, has to be permeable. When I say it should be like a net which allows certain food to go in, which disallows certain nutrient to come out, and which should not allow certain toxic material to go inside the cell. So this fluidity is maintained when you give good oil or good dietary fat to your cells. Okay. Now, if you use wrong fat, let's say if you're using a lot of fried products, a lot of saturated fat, okay, excessive, a lot of omega-6 in your diet, the cell membrane becomes rigid. Okay, when it becomes rigid, it will not allow the nutrient to go inside. The cell membrane also becomes rigid when there is a lot of oxidative, damaged oil or fat in your diet. If it is rigid, it will not allow anything to go in or anything to come out. Slowly what will happen? Your cells will become toxic. Slowly what will happen? The cell will become deprived of nutrition. When you do a test, you will see either sodium very high or potassium very low or magnesium not being right, or you don't have energy, you have fatigue, you are tired whenever, even after 7-8 hours of sleep, when you get up, you don't have energy to carry on the work because there's a depletion of energy in the mitochondria of your cell. Now, repeated heating. So if you're reusing the oil, cooking, reusing, then using small amount of it to cook. So you fried something, deep fried, then using the same oil to use something for shallow frying, then using the same leftover oil to do stir frying, you're causing more damage than what you're causing or what you're saving by not using or wasting that oil. So rather look at planning in a way that if you have to do deep fry, nothing wrong in deep fry, nothing wrong in eating once in a while your favorite food or your kid's favorite food. But simple thing, it might be a little expensive, but a simple activity of not reusing the oil which has been reheated. Okay, the prolonged use of reheated oxidized oil has led to issues like blood pressure, vascular inflammation, and inflammation is toxic for our cell, it is toxic for our body, it is toxic for everything and anything beyond a point if it's inflamed. And it also moves us or predisposes us towards arteriosclerosis. Now that's a condition we do not want to be in. So what we can do is, just by changing the way we cook, by not reusing the oil that we are heating for second cuisine, we might avoid a lot of issues, underlying issues, which are getting highlighted during this pandemic. Simple activity we all can do. Don't reuse, reheat your oil. Use it once, use it cautiously, and in a way you will see that you will stop taking high pro-inflammatory omega-6. Okay, supplement that with certain omega-3 oils. Omega-3 oils will get in your nuts, walnuts, flax seeds, sesame seeds, fish. You can take it in a supplement form. Okay, take certain anti-inflammatory omega-3 rich oil, balance it with omega-6. Do not reheat the oil, and you will see that this lifestyle related disease, which is a cardiovascular disease, disappear in time. You are able to control it, and you do not predispose yourself or your immunity to any such pandemic that comes in future. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and we'll catch up soon. Namaste.